We're turning on Salt Mine Road. So close. 4 minutes out.
Gravel road.
Look at all the sheepies. Heading into the office. Hello! How are you? Good. How are you? So good to see you. Hi, this is Talia. Ooh, they got raw milk, kombucha.
You have to hunt them down. No, not after you kill them.
Ooh, smoked salt.
So first, when you go into the mine, you have to create an arrowhead out of salt, and then you're going to hunt the cow.
And then it's seasoned at the same time as it's killed?
Oh, convenient. All the relights. Cute.
First of all, welcome.
Thank you.
And I've got a little swag here for you to pass out.
So we're going to get some souvenir salt rocks that you can pack in your red bag to bring home. They don't have to fit in your jar.
It's the red.
You can get bigger ones.
It's the red.
Did you get one?
Is that salt?
Yeah, and you get a salt too. Here you go.
My own salt.
You look out this big window in front here is the bus. That's what we're going in. We're going to go underground first. And we'll spend, I don't know, once we get down there, we'll spend 20, 30 minutes, something like that. And then we'll head back out straight to our gun range for the rest of our activity today, which is shooting some explosive targets and a homemade cannon that will chuck a bowling ball out of this homemade cannon at some boats about 500 yards out. So it's like an old pirate movie.
Avast.
Hard hats in the bus, in the overhead storage. You'll see them as you go on. You do not need them until we go to exit the bus underground. As you go to get off the bus underground, please put a hard hat on.
Levi gets to go hang out with Miriam. Well, because he can't go down the mine, so they're going to have a fun day. They're going to have a fun day. But they'll be back for lunch. You ready for this, Renee?
Yeah.
So what happened to the Special K bus?
Are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
All right. So the last time I used it after it had left me and my guests stranded in the mine. I had a group and I was driving down the haul road to the mine portal in it, and I kept getting kind of these flashes out of the corner of my eyes, and I get looking down and I can see the road under my feet. The bottom had rusted out so bad that it was about ready to drop the driver's seat out. So I decided we better retire it. Setting up in the range.
Oh, fine.
So just quickly, this is the mill area. So as it comes out of the mine, this is where all the crushing and screening happens. The big stacks out here on your right is all de-icing season. So we do pretty much level production year round for our products and stockpile it, like, for example, de-icing just for winter sales.
The stalactites get it with salt.
Oh my gosh. Look at the stalactites.
I love the.
Whoa!
So that is a 70-ton haul truck.
Oh, wow.
We're running 2 of those with 2 shifts, 20 hours a day.
What?
And it's 70 tons every load.
What are these tunnels off to the sides that we're seeing?
They are just old workings that are now closed off.
Cool.
At this level. We're still on the first level.
Yeah.
The one that truck is going to go out is still an active work heading on level 1. But most of them that you've seen are old closed off headings.
How many levels are there?
There is 6. We are currently 6 levels deep, and we're going to take you to the 4th. The vein runs vertical. So the quality of the salt we know matches vertically. What was in this level will be exactly the same below it. Where horizontal mining, it's a little bit more of a educated guess as to the quality of the salt.
Very cool.
We call this our Jurassic Park doors. Beyond these great big doors is a chance for a T-Rex and a Brontosaurus. Big doors are how we lock them in.
So you guys know that everything we're in is salt right now. The walls are salt, the ground is salt. This is a solid salt deposit, so anything that we're driving through has been carved out. Like there are no naturally occurring tunnels in this mine. This was meant to work.
Yep.
This is Redmond fashion at its finest.
You got it, Charity? You got it, Joe?
Yep. Check the salt from our
Oh man, is this sand actually salt? Yes. That's awesome! Wow.
Lindsay just made a comment about temperatures. Thought it would be colder than this, so I'll just start with that. This is pretty typical year-round temperatures underground. So our temperatures do change about 15 degrees seasonally because of that hum you can hear back here behind us. That is a big vent fan. We ventilate the entire mine because we run a lot of diesel-powered equipment down here. We're always pulling fresh air in, dragging it through the tunnels and exhausting it out, so we're not exposing miners to heavy concentrations of diesel exhaust. That changes our temperatures through the seasons about 15 degrees. So January, when it's 10 below outside, we'll be about 45 above. So, July, when it's 100 degrees outside, we'll be about 60. So 45 to 60 degrees year round. Pretty nice work temperatures. So right here is where I told you 700 feet straight vertical to the surface. On our fourth level is about 1,000 feet straight vertical to the surface. And if you look at the veins in this face, you run them vertically. They're leaning just a little bit to the left, but they're pretty much vertical, right? That is proof that it's been pushed up, because a natural sea salt deposit should lay horizontal. The fact that ours stands means that it's been pushed up. So east and west, 1,500 feet wide, north and south, length of the property 2 miles long, and we believe at least 5,000 feet thick, because it has to connect to the deposit that's been extruded up front. That's why I tell people hundreds of years of mining. We've been mining roughly 65 years, and estimate we've taken about half or 50% of what is available from surface to 1,000 feet. So we've still got half of that left, and then 4,000 feet below that that's still untouched. So a few hundred years at least. That's real salt before it's crushed to the granular size, kosher size, or coarse grinder and packaged. The color flakes that you see in it that you're familiar with, like in our shakers, is a blend of 60 different minerals at trace amounts. So if you test this whole wall, you're gonna get about 98% chlorides. The remaining 2% is a blend of 60 different minerals at trace amounts. And they are minerals that are supposed to be in a natural mineral sea salt, minerals that your body needs and uses. So it happens to be, if you're not familiar, you're probably already fans of real salt, but it's a good choice for a food grade salt. Right now, I know a health spa in Salt Lake City that's taken a room and lined it with salt and will charge you $40 an hour to go sit in that room for health benefit. That's what you've got all the time. What if you're a miner here?
Are y'all hiring?
So
Hiring for health.
right? Go ahead and find yourself a souvenir piece. But I mean, you can definitely see the color in that, right? But look what happens when you put a lamp to it.
I have a question.
Yes.
So there's a concern with microplastics in sea salt. Is that any kind of a concern here?
No. Great question, though. But let me tell you what.
Okay.
There was no plastics when this was a sea.
Right.
Do you know that most of the salt that ends up on people's tables today is evaporated off of the Mediterranean Sea,
Really?
which has had hundreds of years of whatever flowing into it. This has not been exposed, covered under the earth, protected from any influence or contaminants for millions of years.
Wow.
There's no, yeah, it's a good choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh. I love it. That's amazing.
It looks like glass.
I know. It's so sparkly. We'll have to look at it in the sunshine when we get it out.
One tiny piece of this is the stuff that we eat.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, heart salt. Ooh, that one's amazing.
What are you thinking? How are you feeling?
It's so like peaceful down here.
Right?
It's so quiet. and,
Yes.
like, you're breathing in the salt.
Yeah.
It's
I do
pretty
feel very
magical.
clear.
I mean, if I could just sit down here by myself, like, I
What
don't know.
even would that be? What
Like,
level
no
do they
time,
have?
time wouldn't go by.
Yeah. What level do they have for rejuvenating the moms?
There you go. Yeah.
And then how did you guys get associated with Keto Chow, both of you?
How did we get associated with Keto Chow, Chris?
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah. I don't even know.
Wait,
I don't even
talk
remember.
yet. Can you just stop moving, sir?
Okay. So the question was, how did Nili, because Nili was first.
Yes.
Really was first.
I usually, influence her.
I'm actually not sure how you
Except
first
you were first
keyed
on the Redmond, so
Influencer of influence.
Yeah.
there you go.
I'm not sure how you first keyed on to Keto Chow.
I mean, Keto Chow just gets around, so
Yeah,
I'm sure
and
I
think
just
we
started
reaching
seeing
out.
it.
But then there was a video that
We were doing a live chat,
Okay.
wasn't it?
Is it?
I feel like
you
it-
might have been doing one, and you guys started talking about Keto Chow. Someone mentioned,
She would have mentioned it, and I would have said something to the effect of, "Well, I haven't tried it yet,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
if you want them to
And-
reach out to me."
and right about
yeah,
that
that's
time,
right.
YouTube decided that I should start watching your videos.
YouTube
And I
sometimes
said,
makes some good
okay,
decisions.
YouTube, and so I
the
started watching
algorithm
them.
is not against
And
anybody.
I started commenting on them, and you're like, well, if you want to convert me, you're gonna have to start
have to
sending them
woo
stuff.
me.
Yeah.
And we did.
And the rest is history.
Worked
The rest
really well.
really is history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
When
right.
I was probably 18, 17, I started working at a natural food store in Portland, New Seasons Market, if you've ever been there. And that's when I'm sure that's when I first saw it. And I was, on a health journey, going from the standard American diet to, more natural, as in the kind of paleo movement and stuff. And Redmond was just the salt of the day. And it has continued to be to this day. So yeah, I started using it back then and I haven't stopped. And then once, you started adding all the spices and different things, that's when I started ordering online because I was able to get it in stores before.
Right.
So yeah, and I've been a fan ever since.
Love it. So what's your favorite Redmond product?
Smoked salt.
25-pound bag of
Smoked
regular
salt.
real salt.
Fine. Is the fine your favorite?
Yeah.
Fine, great. And yours is the smoked. Do you have a
Smoked.
favorite flavor of the smoked?
Probably chef's blend, but I mean, it's like they're all up here, and maybe like
Absolutely.
it's just the best.
Especially in the
My husband is obsessed
carnivore community, people are just obsessed with this.
because smoke is a seasoning,
Right.
and it's a seasoning that doesn't hurt people's digestion.
That's right.
So-
That's right. Especially the way we do it, where there's not a chemical smoke added. That's what's so
Yes.
cool. It's just literally smoked.
And it's good.
Yeah, it's like a campfire. Well, my kids, since they were tiny, they'll be like, "Can I have some salt?" and they'll dump it on their hand and
Oh yeah.
just lick it off.
I keep a pocket shaker with me literally all the time.
Yeah.
Because you never know when you
Just
just
6
need a-
grams of salt.
Yeah, it's crazy to be in this room with this much salt and think about carrying around a little tiny thing of salt.
Because there's no silicates in it, it's just straight salt. So coal miners, they do get that black lung, or this is the exact opposite. Everything here is soluble, plus it purifies. And he talks about, you can't make claims, but he's worked down here for how many decades, and he says he's never had a respiratory illness ever. So I'm so right. Out on the freeway.
We're coming out the other side.
It's full of salt rocks.
Maybe that's the one we saw coming out.
Maybe.
Now we're headed over to the shooting range and lunch. Oh, something smells good. Oh, there's the cannon.
Take you to your chef, Spencer, say hi.
Okay, so what I got for you is I got some New York strips. We used our clean seasoning with that, Redmond's clean seasoning. I got a salad for you, and I got some grapes. We got some different salad dressing for you. There's waters in there in the cooler, and also we got some relight sticks here if you want some relight. Usually with the steaks, I cook about medium because that's what I like. If anyone says well done, I'll repent, but I'll cook it for you. So, but let me know if you want a different flavored steak. I got a few more still cooking. So,
Awesome.
good to have you guys here. Hope you
Thank you.
This is our Redmond gun range. Same rules as any gun range. Safety is number one. They're 223s. They're a heavy barrel and they're suppressed, so they're going to kick about like a 22. There's no recoil. In fact, the sound's not even, the dynamite going off is going to be louder than the gun. If you have sensitive ears, we do have earplugs. When we get to the cannon, you're definitely going to want earplugs, or at least plug your ears, but most people want to record it, so earplugs are up here for who wants them. We'll have a little competition for those who sign up. Everybody's going to get 4 shots, 1 shot at each yardage. So if you look down, you can kind of see that mound of salt or the gong. That's your first shot, 100 yards. The next gong and mound is at 200 yards, 300 yards, and 400 yards. You're going to shoot 1 time at each yardage.
And if you hit all 4 with 4 rounds, that's what the board is about. That's the,
Take one of the.
yes, I've been there. 4 bullets, 4 targets, and 4 ranges.
Fire in the hole.
Oh.
Yeah!
It's hard to see.
You knocked it over.
I hit the stick.
No boom, no point. You just scared it.
Oh, come on.
New York strips.
This
tastes so good.
He scared the 2. He knocked it over.
Try you need to try yours, Levi. Try it. We'll go get one. They're right there. Yeah.
Fire no.
Oh, let's go, champs! It's way short. Yeah, it's short. It was online, just short.
Oh.
The backyard again.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Good shot.
I don't, but I know what they're saying.
Yeah.
How easy that is?
Yes.
It's like they explode and then you hear it.
Woo! Yeah!
Job!
They gave Lindsay the torch.
Hey! Y'all ready? Fire in the hole!
Oh, crap, run!
Plug yours.
She's gonna hit it. Hit it. Holy crap. Oh, it's on.
Oh, it's going left.
It's left! Drifting left.
How much further that went, though?
It was hard to see down there. I was wishing I'd brought my nice flashlight.
Oh, yeah. And once we get them washed, they'll be a lot
These were
more
just
shiny.
pieces of what I didn't pick up those pieces. Those crumbled
Yeah.
off in the bed. So I thought this one.
Wow, that's nice.
I thought this one for the mantle.
For the mantle,
Had a nice
yeah.
It was able to stand up and had a decent sized
Oh,
face
yeah, that's
without being a
perfect.
huge rock. I was trying to find one that wouldn't be that big to have a big face.
Yeah, that's perfect. So what did you think?
It was deep.
It was deep. Yeah, anything else?
It rocked.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
It was pretty awesome. How'd you feel about your shooting?
I got robbed.
Yeah.
I hit the 100-yard target, no problem. I hit the 200-yard target, it didn't blow up, and the guy said, no boom, no point.
Yeah.
So, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. And then did you hit the 300?
No, I didn't hit a 300 or 400. We were learning the wind at that point. I was only the second shooter.
Yeah. You really should have gone again.
I thought about it at the end, but it didn't matter. It's fine.
Yeah. It was fun times.
Yep.
Like they said, everybody loves explosions. So he said, everyone loves dynamite. Everyone loves explosions.
Those words were said.
Yeah.